Welcome to the C-Suite at the Open Israel Edition. I'm Barak, Head of Company Services based in Calgary. Joining us today is the Honorable Ehud Barak, former Prime Minister of Israel and Chair of the Board of TSX-listed InterCure, a leading Israeli cannabis company based in Tel Aviv. Mr. Barak, welcome. It's our distinct pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you for having me.
Can you please begin by telling our viewers who InterCure is and what its investment highlights are?
InterCure is the leading, fastest growing, and the most profitable Israeli cannabis company. Canndoc, a wholly owned subsidiary of InterCure, is Israel's largest licensed cannabis producer and one of the first to offer good manufacturing practices known as GMP, certified and pharma-grade medical cannabis products. InterCure leverages its market-leading distribution network, best-in-class international partnership, and a high-margin, vertically integrated seed-to-sale model to be the most profitable cannabis company globally outside of North America.
Mr. Barak, why should investors focus on the Israel cannabis market? What's the current legislation like, and what does the growth outlook look like?
Although Israel is known originally for its cannabis scientific research, Israel has the fastest growing and leading by size GMP medical cannabis market globally. Patients count is growing by 4% monthly, and legislation for adult use has already begun by the last government. Besides the United States and Canada, the rest of the world adopted the pharma medical cannabis regulation, also known as GMP, where medical cannabis products are prescribed by doctors and dispensed only through pharmacies. I believe that we can duplicate our winning leadership position in this GMP market to any GMP market on the world.
Yes, and I was also surprised to see that Israel is one of the leaders in terms of adult use of cannabis when I was looking at your material the other day. You mentioned that you are vertically integrated, and I know that that's one way that InterCure differentiates itself. Can you speak to how you are vertically integrated and who your strategic partners are?
Alongside our own cultivation and manufacturing of high-quality branded products, InterCure is the first company in the space that also operates its own pharmacy chain, specializes in medical cannabis, positioning us as the only seed-to-sale company in the GMP space. InterCure also differentiates itself through its strategic partnership with the leading global cannabis companies such as Tilray, Afria, before then Organigram, California's cookies and CBD leader Charlotte's Web in the United States.
Now, I noticed that you were the first Israeli cannabis company to receive export approval to Europe. Can you speak to the expansion strategy to Europe and the importance of the European market to InterCure?
Yeah, look, we are expanding globally by duplicating our successful model from Israel to every territory, adopting similar regulations. This includes Europe, where most of the countries are in the first stages of adopting the same GMP regulations that we have in Israel. We already completed the first export of Israeli GMP grade dry flowers to Europe and are now in the process of expanding our manufacturing, distribution, and retail operations in Europe.
You recently listed on the TSX as an Israeli company. Why did you choose Canada, and how does InterCure benefit from a Canadian listing?
It's an honor to be listed in the Toronto Stock Exchange, the leading market for cannabis companies. And it gives us access to all major institutions and coverage from the leading analysts in the space. So I'm extremely happy with entering North America through Canada and through the Toronto Stock Exchange.
Mr. Barak, thank you so much for your time today. We're looking forward to seeing InterCure's progress.
Thank you. We share the same objective. We're also looking forward for the same target. Thank you all.